Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Otis. Otis is actually the transferred use of a patronymic English surname, i.e., passed down from the father's given name. In this case, Otis is derived from the personal names Ot or Ode, which were medieval English equivalents for the German name Otto, formerly known as Otto or Otto. These names all ultimately originate from the Germanic element od, meaning wealth, fortune. By the 19th century, Americans were using the name Otis in honor of James Otis, 1725–1793, a leading patriot whose fiery arguments and orations against the English Parliament contributed to the build-up to the Revolutionary War. He is credited with the catchphrase, "Taxation without representation is tyranny." James Otis was also noted for his progressive position on racial equality and believed that fundamental freedoms concerning life, liberty, and property ought to be extended to African Americans. Perhaps it is also in his honor that African Americans bestow the name Otis on their sons as well. However, the name is also famously borne by black R&B singer Otis Redding, 1941–1967, remembered for his song, "Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay," and for his tragic death in an airplane crash at the age of 26. Personality of the boy named Otis. The number 9 personality represents the completion or ending of the cycle, and a need for perfection. This is the personality that moves from self to a greater understanding and compassion for the human condition and the world order. They want to make the world a better place. 9s are capable of great spiritual and humanitarian achievements. They are courageous and fearless, able to fight great battles on behalf of worthy causes. These personalities will not tolerate injustice. They are compassionate people with a strong sensitivity to others. They are able to both educate and inspire. Friendships and relationships are the lifeblood to the 9, and they place a high value on love and affection. 9s are often exceptionally gifted artistically, and they have a keen imagination and enterprising mind. Popularity of the boy named Otis. Otis was most popular for boys way back at the turn of the 20th century. In the year 1899, Otis was the 94th most preferred boy's name in the country, which is the highest position he ever achieved on the American charts. In the first couple of decades of last century, Otis hovered between number 100 and number 150 on the charts, making him a modest favorite about 100 years ago. As the decades progressed into the 20th century, Otis left his glory days behind him as the name's popularity slipped. What was once a familiar and commonly used name was now going out of style as we headed toward a new century. In fact, 1994 marks the last year Otis appeared on the American boys' naming charts. The name is now so underused it doesn't even make the top 1,000. This is great news for parents looking for an original yet quaintly old-fashioned masculine name. Not many boys are named Otis these days. We hear a lot of people say it's too close in sound to words like odor or odious. In our opinion, though, Otis has more than a few things going for it. It's a name that seriously grows on you, it's upbeat and friendly, it's musically inspired, it's charming and old-fashioned, it's confidently simple, and it has a positively prosperous meaning. We applaud the few brave parents who are rediscovering this name, dusting off the cobwebs, and hoping to bring it back into circulation. Quick facts on Otis. Gender, boy. Origin, African American. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Otis. Simple meaning, wealth, fortune. Characteristics of Otis. Intuitive, independent, multi-talented, oneness, perfection, philanthropy, idealistic. Cultural references to the baby name, Otis. Popular songs on Otis. Otis and Marlena, a song by Millencolin, a song recorded by various artists, Bette Midler, Brian Ferry, Linda Ronstadt, Rosemary Clooney, a song by The Refreshments, Muddy, Sam and Otis, a song by Sarah Evans, a song by Rod Stewart, Miss Otis Regrets, Otis Redding, a song by Joni Mitchell, Otis, Tributary Otis. Famous people named Otis. Otis Smith, basketball player and manager, Otis Rush, blues musician, Otis Nixon, baseball player, Otis Blackwell, musician/songwriter, Otis Taylor, football player, Otis Smith, football player, Otis Spann, blues musician, Otis Taylor, blues musician, Otis Williams, co-founding member of The Temptations, Otis Redding, soul singer, Otis Armstrong, football player, Otis Chandler, publisher,